I often tell people that boxing will never be like the other sports. It's a reason why we don't get stuff sanctioned and all this stuff like other sports. And I tell people the truth of the matter is boxing is a sport that's too dirty to clean up. That's the sad fact about boxing. It's mob driven, mob based, mob mentality, mob rules. You know? So truthfully, the sport of boxing is too dirty to clean up. I bring this up because Tony Harrison has recently came out and talked about what he's seen inside the ring regarding CHARLO, his water bottle, and, the rules that was supposed to be followed during that match and what didn't get followed. And I hear people say it's just an excuse. Take your loss like a man, blase splee. Now, to some degree, I understand those kind of people that talk like that. But see, this is where the problem comes in. And that's why y'all got people like me. This is also why this channel receives a lot of problems. You guys don't know because, you're witnessing, but you're not behind the scenes like me. You don't really see the kind of stuff that I actually go through. But the reason why I bring it up and the reason why I bring up what Tony Harrison has done, because believe it or not, this is not the first time that this has happened and somebody got away with it.
It just seems these people give me another thing. Give me another bottle. The one I mix. Give me another bottle. The one I mix. Yeah. Okay? Come on. Come on. I gotta win these 2 rounds, champ. All right, wait a minute.
Now, this is Luis Resto. Okay? If you don't know who this man is, this is the man who had the loaded gloves. Okay? Who had plaster, packed in around his knuckles. Okay? Damn near beat his opponent to death. He ended up committing suicide after that. But you guys don't know the story. I end up telling it later. But in this video right here, was this laugh first? In this video right here, he tells you exactly what was in that water bottle the night of Aaron Pryor. He tells you exactly what was in there. Okay? And he tell you exactly what it does. See, this is why when people's like, oh, well, I guess since CHARLO didn't have a clear bottle, he's on steroids. People are so stupid. No, you're actually stupid for believing that he was taking steroids right then and there. When Tony Harrison brought that up, that's not what he was talking about. And that's not what was in that bottle. And that's not the purpose of the bottle. He wasn't taking PEDs right then and there. That wasn't what that was about. Okay. And what Luis Resto will tell you, what Panama Lewis put into that bottle was like these asthma tablets. You know what I'm saying? Mixed with something else to help give you a second boost of energy and a second win. This is why Aaron Pryor came out in the 14th round like he came out into the first round, okay? He was tired and fatigued all up until then. He gave him that water bottle. He came out in the 14th round like he was in the first, okay? So this crime has happened in front of your eyes before, and you guys trying to dust it off like you dusted off when it comes to Tony Harrison. But the man is telling the truth. Keep in mind, let me reiterate once again why I say this sport is so dirty. Keep in mind, you just had a championship match with Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman, okay, with no VADA testing, okay? By their own rules, they're not supposed to do that, okay? Just like Tyson Fury getting pushed into the top heavyweight rankings with no drug tests, by their own rules, they're not supposed to do that, okay? And by their own rules, Tony Harrison is pointing out, okay, that they was not supposed to do that. Tell me, what is the point of rules that you don't enforce? You have rules for what? Let's say it together, class, for a reason. So the stuff that happened with Panama Lewis and Louise Resto and Aaron Pryor, so stuff like that doesn't happen again, or somebody has to get hurt before you make the adjustment. But this is nothing new in boxing. Yes, it's new to the casual because you guys don't know, okay? But this has happened in front of your face, and you wrote it off then. Let's not write it off again. CHARLO cheated. Just like Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman cheated because they didn't take a drug test. Just like Tyson Fury on the scorecard got cheated. Just like Luis Ortiz, when it came to the referee, got cheated. Are y'all making a connection now? It doesn't matter if you're pro Charlo or pro Tony Harrison. You should be pro boxer, and that's for both the boxers, and their safety should come first and foremost. But once again, this has already happened, and y'all already wrote it off once. This is nothing new. CHARLO started using a clear bottle during the beginning of the fight, and as he got fatigued, they switched the bottle. And nobody wants to, and no, that wasn't PEDs in there. Like I said, go to this video right here, okay, where Luis Resto will tell you the mixture that Panama Lewis used to put into their drinks. And he said he knew about the mixture, Aaron Pryor knew about the mixture, just like he knew about the plaster around his gloves. You know? So in all actuality, if there's ever a fighter that ducked anybody that was working with Panama Lewis or whatnot, well, God bless their heart because they dodged the bullet. You know, because it's a lot of cheating going on. But you can't deny this. And I usually don't even make videos like this on regular YouTube. I usually shoot this shit over to Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Where I know this material can be safe. You know what I'm saying? And at least appreciate it. But I'm going to go ahead and put out there because you guys really don't seem to know about the dirty tricks that goes on in boxing. You really don't seem to know. You seen, what's Deontay Wilder boy name? I can't think of his name. Watch, it'll come to you. The dude that winked at Deontay Wilder to throw that right hand and then he hit the deck and then he got accused of taking a dive. What's his name? I can't think of it right now. The point is, it's a lot of cheating that goes on in boxing. And yes, CHARLO cheated. And this is what I'm going to close it with. So the very next day, and just look at how expediently they handled it. As soon as Tony Harrison put it out, the next day, the sanctioning body or the organization rules or whatever came out and said, oh, it was nothing in his bottle, blase split. It's funny how people let media rule out their common sense. It's funny to me. Let me ask you a question. As a normal, sane human being, how in the hell would they know what was in his water bottle? You literally released a statement a day later, right after Tony Harrison talk about there was nothing in his water bottle. How do you know? Do you got the water bottle in your possession? You don't know what the hell he was drinking. They just trying to save face. And how y'all fell for that is the same way. Watch, they probably gonna flag this video for some reason if I say this, but skip it. It's the same way y'all let the news manipulate y'all. It's the same way y'all let these boxing media outlets manipulate y'all. They're fully aware that as long as it comes across your screen, you're more likely to believe it than a human being standing in front of your face telling you this is not true. This is true. They know that you value what comes over the TV more than what comes out of somebody's mouth. They know this about you. You know, in boxing, what promoters say about the public, you're like a tin can. You go anywhere down the street that we kick you. That's how boxer promoters think when it comes to the public in boxing. You have to be told what's hot, told what's good, told that this is a good fight because you don't know nothing. This is how they look at the public, and it ain't just promoters in boxing. It's anchormen, it's everybody that's in media, okay? But it's always funny to me is how they get normal people to abandon common sense just because it comes out of the media's mouth or it comes off of your TV or you heard it off your iPad or iPhone. It is literally amazing to me. But y'all have already let somebody get away with this once. This is why it continues to happen. Jamal, Charlo, cheated. Plain and simple. The man cheated. There's no way around it. Okay? And if not by anything, just by based off rules. We have rules for a reason. Okay? I can't come into no basketball game trying to compete in penny loafers. I wouldn't play. But I would say, well, what's the difference? I got shoes on my feet, whether it's slippery or not. That should be all on me. You know what I'm saying? So why are you worried about me? No, they're not going to let you play in no penny loafers. Just like they're not going to let you play in a tuxedo. Just like they're not going to let you play in a t-shirt. Just like they're not going to let you play shirtless. They have rules for a reason, and rules are meant to be followed. If you're not going to follow them, what's the point of having rules? And you see rules broken in boxing every day, and you turned your eye to the fact we have the most corrupt sports in all sports. It's too dirty to clean up. That's why boxing will never be what these other sports will be. Now, are these other sports crooked too? Yes, they are. But boxing by far takes the cake. And it just, boxing fans, y'all just amaze me. But anyways, that's my thoughts on it. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Bruce Van, I'm out. Oh, yeah. And for those saying, well, Jamal Charlo posted his VADA test and he was cleared and stuff like that, so you don't know what you're talking about, you idiot. Okay, let me ask you a question, okay? You seen Luis Resto admit to you what was put in Aaron Pryor's bottle, and he won that fight, right? Right? Let me ask you a question. Do you think he failed the drug test afterwards? No, he didn't, okay? Aaron Pryor cheated while having that stuff in his water bottle, and guess what? And still passed a drug test. So it's not about, oh, he took some secret as a ooze and buffed up like Super Shredder and beat the shit out of Jamal Charlo. And beat the shit out of Tony Harrison and stuff. No. You have to understand, in a fight, when you are fatigued, when you are tired, 2 minutes of rest seem like the world. Okay? So when somebody gives you something that's going to give you an extra burst of energy, that'll give you a second win, that'll give you a replenished feeling for you to go in there and felt like you felt when you came out in the first round, that's cheating. But as you see, Aaron Pryor did the same thing. And guess what? He didn't fail no drug test.